So if you've been doing gig work for any amount of time, then you know it's starting to feel like a real trap. And you're not sure how to break free. But if you stick with me to the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing now and why I think this is going to be a game-changing opportunity and it will help you break free. I remember when I first started gig work, and hopefully you can relate. Let me know in the comments below. But when I first started gig work, I was super excited. I was so stoked. I was like, oh man, I had a nice car, because I did Uber first. I had gotten a nice car. It was a 2014 Kia Optima with leather seats. I thought I was hot shit, riding around, picking up people, going all over the place, meeting different people. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And then the algorithm started working in a way that didn't seem to provide me with a lot of favor. And, I'm not sure why that happened, but then I switched over to doing Lyft, and then Lyft started acting up, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try both of them. So then I tried both of them, and, then, I don't know. Then I found out about Instacart. My son sent me an invitation, and he was going to make $500 if I completed a certain number of batches. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to help my son out. So I decided to do Instacart. And at first, I was scared to death of doing the batches. I swear, I was like only taking small orders, and I wouldn't take the big orders. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do that. It'll take me too long. And now I've completed over 8,000 orders, and I'm not as fast as some people. I mean, there's one girl on here who on YouTube, and she is super quick. I'm just like, my jaw drops when I hear about her time. And I'm like, but you know what? It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how freaking fast you are, because you're not going to make any more money. It's like they don't care how quick you do it. They're not going to give you better opportunities. It's just not going to happen. They've got you placed in a certain order of how the algorithm is, displaying orders, and that's that. That's where it goes. That's the way it goes. Anyway, where was I going with all that? So I was really excited. You can see I'm trying not to hate on Instacart, because you know what? Like I said the other day, at the end of the day, I'm the one who's responsible for getting myself into this trap. And I'm the only one that could get me out. I'm the only one that could help me break free. So maybe that's where the message is going for you too, but we'll see. So I told you I'd tell you exactly what I'm doing, and I'm getting there. So, but leave me a comment below if you can relate to any of this. I mean, the excitement, the thrill of being able to work for yourself, having what seems like freedom. And I thought about that, and it's like, you know what? I don't think these gig apps ever really promised freedom. I think they promised flexibility. And they never promised sustainability either. But they did promise flexibility. So that's how they appealed to everybody. And everybody that heard flexibility heard freedom. I'm going to be free. Flexibility, I'm going to be free. And that's not what they meant at all. That's not what they meant. They meant for us to think that that's what it meant, but that isn't what they meant. And yeah, it does provide flexibility, but it doesn't really provide freedom. You're trapped. You're trapped. Once you get going with it, and you've been in it for any number, for any period of time, you get comfortable making just enough money so you don't quit, and never making enough money to get ahead. That's just what happens. That's the truth. You're just continuing to start at zero every day, because you have no leverage. You have no leverage. I mean, you're trading your time for money, and you can either work more or drive more and burn more gas. And at the end of the day, it doesn't help you either way. because you could work 14 hours a day and then you have a crappy day the next one, and it's like, oh man, all that 14 hours I worked and now I'm having a crappy day, and oh well, I guess it just kind of balances out so that I can look at it that averaged a certain amount between the 2 days. That's kind of how it goes, at least for me. That's been my experience. Has it been your experience like that? And leave me a comment below. So I can just say that if you are looking to break free, you've got to find a way that creates either a leveraged income, a passive residual income, and that means you got to change your mindset, because right now most of us have the mindset of a worker. We were raised to be workers, you know, and that means that we have that worker mentality. And I was thinking about it. Why do a lot of people think that leveraged income is a bad thing? Why does it feel so bad? And I think the reason is because we feel bad when we've been leveraged. We feel like we've been leveraged by people, that's why we wanted to break free from a job or something like that, because leveraged is bad. But you know what? It can be good. It can be good. It can break you free from that worker mindset, and you gotta move forward into the other quadrants, where you're not just a solo business owner who's trading their time for money, because you think that you're a business owner and you're free, but you're still just trading your time for money, And so what you got to do is you got to create a leveraged and a residual income, And the way to do that is something like with an opportunity that I'm doing. And it's also passive because it's happening in the background while you're doing other things. So the idea behind a passive income is doing something one time and then getting paid for it over and over again. And that's kind of what I found with this opportunity. So I position myself as a member on this platform. And what it means is that the company's doing all the advertising. I'm an affiliate. I just share my link. People go to the sales funnel, and then they come into the system, and then AI starts nurturing them with texts and emails and ringless voicemail, and then also helps them get onboarded and converted as members themselves. And that's not the only thing. So that's my effort. But what the company is doing is bringing in like 500 leads a month. That's the new plan right now. And starting here in another week or so, that's what's going to happen. 500 leads a month. And there's going to be probably in the beginning, just like it could be greater than 1%, but at least probably a 1% conversion rate. That's 5 people out of 500 of those leads. And this is all from their advertising, not my effort, right? So those leads are coming in, and Sparky AI is nurturing those leads through text, emails, and ringless voicemail. And then what happens is they become members. And so now I start earning a 25% commission on whatever membership level they're in. So like if they're an elite and let's say they're paying $200 a month or $250 a month, I'm making 25% commission on them being a member. And if they purchase ad packs, I'm going to earn 25% that way too. So, I mean, it's a way of creating a leveraged passive residual income. And it's progressive, I mean, there's multiple streams of income opportunities built into the platform. I'm not going to go into all that, but I'm just saying, just at the basic level, there is opportunity here to earn enough significant income that it can help you break free from the gig work grind. And isn't that really what you want at the end of the day? You want to break free? Well, if you do, click the link below, leave me a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll keep sending you the message until you hear it. So I'll see you in the next video.